Meditation is an ancient practice dating back thousands of years. People have practiced meditation for physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. While people are in meditation, scientists have used brain scans to see increased activity in areas of the brain directly correlated with decreased anxiety and depression with an increased pain tolerance. Meditation also allows you to activate what is known as the default mode network, which is activated once the brain is at rest. And now this has been found to improve memory, self-awareness, and goal setting. And interestingly, meditators have higher levels of alpha waves, which have been studied to reduce feelings of negative moods, tension, sadness, and anger. Another thing for frequent meditators is that gray matter is found to be more dense in areas of the brain associated with learning, emotion, regulation, and memory processing. It's also been found to overall enhance the body's immune system. Now I can go on listing other benefits of meditation and what it can really do for the human body, as well as the mind. And if that's something that you want me to do, I'd be more than happy to do that in a separate video. Just make sure to leave a comment below. But for this video, I want to talk more about, my experience with meditation so far. I think that's something to share. My experience with meditation has been an interesting one so far. I've noticed that when I meditate frequently, I tend to have more focus. Obviously your mind is a little bit sharper, and when I started to combine it with cold showers, I noticed it became a very deadly weapon in a good way. Really gave me more mental resilience. I was very more tolerant of things, and I was very less agitated. I talked a little bit about this in my cold showers video. Because meditation helps you to be more aware of your surroundings, be aware of your emotions, of your thoughts. You collect yourself, you're cool, calm, and collected. There's a lot less things that can throw you for a mental loop. Meditation has helped me to recognize how chaotic the mind can really get. Remember, we live in a culture where it's very go, go, go. It's very busy, busy, busy. There's a lot of things to do. Things are trying to grab our attention all the time. It's this and that, and plenty of multitasking in between. And as a result, our mind reflects off of that. And I don't think that we can truly recognize how intense that can become, on our minds until we sit down and try to relax, try to breathe, try to focus on the breath. When you're doing these breathing exercises and you're just trying to sit still, be at ease, all of a sudden you have these thoughts just pounding and crashing, out of nowhere. And it just happens. It's like you have no control, and meditation has sort of really helped me to recognize, again, how crazy the mind can really be, and you don't even realize it until you realize it through meditation. Another experience that I've had with meditation, it's an interesting one. I don't really know what it's called, and I've talked to other people who do meditate and they've had this similar experience, so I just don't have a name for it. But from my experience, after about 15 to 20, maybe 25 minutes of just solid meditating, focusing on the breath, just really relaxing and being at ease, there's this, you sort of get into this state where you don't really feel your body, I guess. It sort of feels like you're floating. It feels like you're floating, and interestingly enough, again, from my experience, when you get into this floating zone, that's what I call it, you don't really have to consciously keep your back straight. It's kind of like your body just locks into posture, what you've been holding for the last 15 to 20 minutes or so. And during this free flow state, a couple times I've had this experience where, imagine if you're in the middle of a whirlpool and things are rotating all around you, right? Kind of like this, it's just spinning in a clockwise or counterclockwise circle. I've had this experience more than once where when I get into this free flow state, and I guess depending on where my mind goes and what I think about, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But depending on what I think about, I'll feel this energetic swirl around me. That's all I can really call it. I don't really know if it's energy. I don't know if it's just something that the mind just does on its own. I have no idea. It's something I have to do more research on, but it's really interesting. If you know what that's called, leave a comment, dude. That's something that I've been looking for answers on for quite some time. And it's the sickest thing. A third biggie for me when it comes to experience with meditation is that I feel like I have more empathy. I've developed more empathy. It's kind of monked me out in a way. I have more empathy for people and their situations and what they're going through. And I have more empathy for animals, insects even. I no longer have this immediate knee-jerk reaction to squash like this insect. No matter if it's I don't care if it's a cricket, a bee, a spider. If I can take it outside and do so, I will. I feel like meditation has a big part of that. So those are pretty much the big things that I've experienced with meditation. And that's sort of a quick one this time around, guys. And I'm just going to be focusing on, developing better content, trying to go into, developing a script so I can really go into detail with you guys moving forward. And, I just want to put out a quick one for you guys, something that's kind of personal with me, for meditation. It's helped my life quite a bit. And yeah, guys, so if you really like this video, I appreciate if you leave a like. If you learned anything new, if you did something that you want me to talk about, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe and, click that bell notification, because every time that I put on a new video, you'll get that notification. And I don't want you to miss anything from, this whole journey. It's a spiritual journey. I'm sharing what I've learned and the things that I've gone through. I know that experience can correlate with your life. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, in my native tongue, I say, ha hom.